Hey everybody, I'm Dr. Jesse Jackson III. I'm the best-selling author and facilitator of the Don't Kick 'em Out book and training series. That series started with this book in 2014, talking about Don't Kick 'em Out and creating practical framework back then in 2014. And man, we've been here since that time because now we're at Don't Kick 'em Out 2.0. Right. So the more that we've saw, the more that we've learned, the more experiences we've had working with well over 600,000 professionals over the course of our career. We have been able to learn a lot. We've been to 37 states talking, as we like to call the Don't Kick 'em Out gospel. And the Don't Kick 'em Out gospel is very fundamental. It's not don't remove kids. It is an understanding that removal is not the solution. It is a necessity at times. So notice we're one of the first people in the business that highlight, hey, we said don't kick them out, but I'm a professional disciplinarian. And so what you have to first understand with this game, this business of discipline, you have to know first, not tiers. I have to know what's a no fly. That's how you start with behavior. What's the no fly zone? You start with the end in mind, work your way back. We're starting with tiers. And so we literally, we, the adults, it's not the kids. We are working ourselves up and making it worse because we're saying things are minor that become major. Nobody starts major. Pretty much everybody starts minor, and some go from 1 to 9, right? But some take the steps 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now they over here doing horrible things. That is the learning, teaching, and learning that is required of administrators. Administrators have to learn that. Administrators have to learn the system. They have to learn what works, what doesn't. And if they don't learn that, they get in some very, very serious trouble. I am super excited to be taking the Don't Kick Them Out Fixing Behavior tour back on the road. We first went out in 2014. It was amazing. And then we went out again in 2019, and it's 2026. And I'm taking the Don't Kick Them Out Fix Behavior National Tour. I'm taking it back to the people, right? And so when we went out the first time, we were able to serve over 500 professionals, leaders, administrators, teachers, deans of students physically came out, sat down in our chairs and literally and worked with us. And from there, we had a lot of relationships to blossom around the nation. So this time, I am pledging over the course of the next year to take the Don't Kick 'em Out national tour to all 50 states, and we're going to Canada. We'll be back in Toronto. So by this time next year, we would have taken it to all 50 states, given states an opportunity, hey, to listen, to learn what's happening. Behavior, no matter where you're from, social class, ethnicity, behavior is escalating everywhere. The purpose of the Don't Kick 'em Out tour is for administration, the people that do attend. It is superintendents and their teams and their cabinets. I have had superintendents there, assistant superintendents, principals bring their teams, their assistant principals and their deans. It is a team environment. So it's not designed for you to come as an individual. It's designed for you to come as your team because often with behavior, it requires a team reset. The team reset is just a fundamental process of getting your team on the same page about the issue of behavior, the rules, and consistency. I can give one example that brought this to life for me. I can remember one team where we had a principal and three APs, and they did not agree. It was at a high school. They didn't agree. The APs did not agree about the cell phone policy. One thought it was too harsh. One was just a professional rule follower, and they were gonna enforce, and the other one was dead in the middle. Right? Didn't like confrontation. If I got to take it, I'll take it. So notice that. And it divided the entire schoolhouse. And something that rule, it really divided the team that you cannot approach behavior on that level. So we can't just keep coming up with more policies, more models. No, we have to sit the administrators back down. This is not like going to get your master's or going to the superintendent academy or principal academy or whatever within your district or leadership training. No, this is specifically about discipline. The leadership and where discipline comes in. And what we found out is there must be an appropriate school leadership approach to managing behavior, an appropriate one. We got to work with a group of principals down in the Houston, Texas area, Katy area. It's just a phenomenal experience because as we begin to talk about this stuff, you can start to hear them saying, man, that we can see where the struggle has been. The team's not on the same page. We don't share the same core value of of how we're doing this job. So the thing that we are doing on this tour and bringing this training, this institute to your city and your town, it's very relationship centered between the team, our colleagues. It's adult accountability. It's consistency in our own program. It's team collaboration. These are the reasons the stuff's not working. It's not whether PBIS works or not. The collaboration in the team's not there. Student development, the kids aren't developing, right? Right? Parent development, restorative practices, and cultural responsiveness. The culture is with the culture within the family. It's not culture within the school. Do you see what I'm saying? We just missed a lot in positive school culture. Well, this is why we wrote the home to school pipeline. You've heard of the school to prison pipeline. Well, we got to help the parents. Home to school, the playbook for the parents to teach behavior and discipline at home so we don't have to. We have taken on the behavior burden, and I'm telling you, we're wrong. It's not the school's job to take on the behavior burden, but we can sure solve it. Yep, teaching and learning starts at home. Well, guess what? It's not getting done in most cases. So we can do interventions and intervene to make things get better. The behavior ball is being dropped at home in most cases, and we have to have infrastructure to make it strong and solid. Where does that start? With the admin team? This program is a 1 day intensive, and it's totally focused on leadership consistency, accountability of our systems, interventions, our intervention strategy. So what does that mean? Understanding the intervention strategy that works best for your campus. This is why this is a classroom environment. I keep these structures very, very small, like to keep it under 10 teams. So it's an intimate environment and everybody can engage and get their questions answered for their campus. It's about knowing your school, knowing your district. The things that we focus on during this intensive is understanding the appropriate leadership philosophy. What is the leadership approach to managing school behavior? Because the principal sets the behavior tone for the entire unit. If we miss there, we're going to struggle. Uh, how to gain team collaboration within your team, how to identify toxic non-team members that are not team and they are contributing to the behavior issues that are we're struggling with, how to promote consistency in your behavior system. How do we go about setting clear behavior expectations and standards in our program? Like it just goes across the board. How do we reduce the suspensions? How do we teach the kids the behaviors we want them to see? How does that intervention process have reducing the behavior, referrals, and expulsions? I'm just so proud of all of our schools this year. All of the numbers came down, but they were good numbers come down. They were not cookbook numbers, right? And then how to better support the families, the students, and the teachers. How do we build classroom culture that manages student behavior and not give way to it? It's just an amazing experience, and it is for school administration teams. It is the Don't Kick Them Out, Fix Behavior National Tour. You get two of my books. Obviously, we get a lunch credit, so where you can go and eat what you want to on lunch within your team. I believe you have to get out in an intensive. I don't want to keep you there. You need that 40-minute to an hour break. Go out, get back in here, let's get back to work, and you get your leadership intervention kit. It's if you want to solve behavior, if you want to be proficient at behavior, and you want to get your team on the same page, it is the Don't Kick Them Out, Fix Behavior National Tour. I'm bringing it to the people. If you can't make it on that day in your city or in your state, give us a call and we will come to you. But it's time to act. I'm super excited and I'm glad to be back in the field, bringing all of the solutions you need, bringing them right to you. I'll see you in class. Register today.